दीदीला दे ना चॉकलेट. मी येते ना.
Can you hear me, Kalpana ma'am? Okay, okay. So shall we continue? Now all the microphones are put in off, and I'll continue. These are the challenges I feel. Most of the teachers come and tell me that these are the challenges we face, that we don't get the proper vocabulary on how to speak. Then there are grammatical flaws. See, I would say that leave the grammatical flaws when you speak. You know, when you speak, you don't even think that whether you are speaking in any adverb clause or simple sentence or complex sentence. So I would say that give more importance to listening to vocabulary. And one very important thing I would bring to your notice is thinking. We have the habit of thinking in Marathi or thinking in our mother tongue when we are about to speak in English. That is our problem. So if we have to develop the art of thinking in talking in English, then we have to develop the art of thinking in English. In the beginning it will be difficult, but with practice regularly you will see the result. Please think in English before you want to speak in English. Now, small activities in speaking. I'm not going to take every activity here because the time is limited. I'll just suggest a few activities to start with. Start with very short conversations. For example, hello Manisha, how are you? Oh, I'm fine, thank you. How about you? I'm doing fine too. So these are the short conversations that you can begin with your peers, with your colleagues, with your authorities, with your subordinates, with your friends, and even with your children, small children at 4th standard. They will tell you, what is your name? My name is so and so. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine too. So start speaking with short conversations first, and then go to the longer conversations. Teach your children, learn yourself, and teach your children how to introduce yourself properly in English. That is very important. So this can be in the form of speaking, where you start speaking in English with your own introduction first. Myself is a wrong notion. Everybody says, yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to colloquialism, sir. Let me explain the other things. I'll come to colloquialism, don't worry. So here what happens is that, you know, that we do not start speaking. Just start speaking with short conversations. Introduce yourself. Never introduce yourself saying myself so and so, because here grammar comes. Myself is a reflexive pronoun which can never be used in the beginning. Always say my name is or I am. For example, if I have to introduce myself, I would always say I am Dr. Shubhra Roy. I am from Nagpur. I am an assistant teacher and I love my job. It is my passion. So this is how we are supposed to introduce ourselves. If you have to introduce your friend, try introducing your friends. Then if you have to go to long conversations, for long conversations, you can take meeting for the first time, when you meet each other for the first time. If you think that it is very difficult for you to talk, write it down first and then talk. Meeting after a long time, a new student in the school, when you go to a party, when you go to a park, what will you talk? When you are in the staff room along with your friends, most of the time we are talking in Marathi or we are talking some other language. Let's have one day in a week where everybody, right from the peon to the principal, will talk in English. At that time, what kind of conversation you undertake in your staff room? What do you discuss in the staff room? Let that be done in English. So this is one way. Somebody was asking me about colloquialism. Colloquialism, sir, is something which is the language that we speak now. It's casual language. Casual. Instead of saying children, we say kids nowadays. When I learned English, there was no word as a kid. Nobody called us kids. We were either called a child or children. That's a formal language. And informally, we call it kid or kids. There are so many other words which are used colloquially, For example, many of them don't say yes nowadays. Y-E-S, yes. We say yeah. Yeah is colloquialism. Yes is formal English. How come is colloquialism instead of why? We make a deal. Deal is not the correct word here. It is actually an agreement or agreement. But nowadays we say deal to everything. Deal done. बात करना है, deal done. पढ़ाना है, deal done. So this word deal is nothing but colloquialism. Colloquialism is a casual or informal way of speaking. When you say how are you, instead of saying how are you, nowadays people say what's up. So what's up? This is colloquialism. So even this can be used. This is a challenge because this is supposed to be ruining our formal English. But this can be used as far as we are only talking about English. If you only want to speak to English. I think these challenges that I gave you, you will come across when you are doing your speaking activity. But please make sure that 5 minutes of listening and 5 minutes of speaking in the class every day is a must. Total for teachers, 20 minutes of listening and 20 minutes of speaking every day will definitely improve the way you want yourself to improve. There is always room for improvement. Even I am doing the same thing today. I am regularly reading. Now, how can you learn? When I come to reading, I'll give out newspapers. I won't give out newspapers now. But I've been listening to good people speaking every day, and I am also learning new things every day. So these challenges will be curbed, and these challenges will be faced very, very smartly if you actually practice how to speak every day. Next slide, please, madam. The next slide will be on reading, based on reading. So you can see I have divided reading into 3 different parts. One is decoding, one is comprehension, and one is retention. Now, what is exactly decoding? How do you take reading practice in the class? When I asked this question in one of the seminars, teachers say we never take any reading practice, we directly read and the children listen. Or we ask them to put their fingers on words and then read. Now, decoding means when you begin to read, it is also an art. When you begin to read, it should be quality reading. Decoding is just going through the words and finding out the meanings. That is decoding. The next part is comprehension. You have read and you have understood the passage. If you have understood the passage, yes, right, identifying the message and then go to comprehension, this understand the passage. And if you understand the passage, you automatically retain. See, reading is that art, quality reading, that you read only 2 pages. You don't have to read 200 pages every day. You read 1 page, 2 pages. You read just one news in the newspaper every day, but you read it carefully. You identify the words, you identify the meanings, that is, you comprehend. If you understand, it is automatically retained. You don't need to retain yourself if you identify the words. So that is comprehension and retention. So this is reading. How can you improve reading in the class? Allow the children sometimes, especially in the 6th and the 7th standard, to do a bit of silent reading also. Loud reading helps, but silent reading helps to decode and comprehend. And then you will say that how do we know that the children are actually reading or not? I have a small test for you. This test you can take, you can conduct in your class also. In the next slide, I am going to give you a passage and you have to read that passage in 50 seconds, less than a minute. 50 seconds. So not loud reading, silently. 50 seconds if you read the passage, you are a very good reader. So here is the passage in front of you in the next slide. Look at it carefully and read it. Yeah, your time is up. Time is up. I think that most of you were able to read the passage in 50 seconds. Well, some of you have taken, say, 1 minute. Some of you may take 1.5 minutes. If you give the same passage to your students, they may take 5 minutes also. So this is how giving time limits to your students if they read. And how do you know that your teachers, how do you know that the students have read the passage? I will ask you a few questions. Madam, now please remove the passage. Please remove the slide from here. Let me see how much you have understood and how much you have retained. For the passage you have decoded, listen to me, don't now pay attention to the slide, just pay attention on your listening skills. I gave you a passage, I asked you to read for 50 seconds, you read the passage, you decoded, you comprehended, and you retained. Now let me get the results of retention. I will ask you only 4 questions from the passage. You decide whether you can answer. I cannot listen to you, but you decide whether you can answer. The first question, how many characters were there in the passage? First question, 3. Very good. I can hear somebody saying 3. Very good. Second question, what are the features of Madhu given in the passage or mentioned in the passage? Features of Madhu. Question number 3, who was 8 years old? Question number 4, what was the color of Madhu's bag? Question number 5, who had curly black hair? Now, when you ask such questions, your test of retention and test of comprehension both are met. When you are given a time limit, you read the passage very fast. So you fail to comprehend. When you fail to comprehend, you fail to retain. And that is why, take some more time. Now the passage once again, ma'am, previous slide. The passage once again, and you get the answers from the passage again. So now I'll ask you, if I ask you the question, now you will see number of characters, 3, features of Madhu, short brown hair, 8 years old, Jeevan, color of Madhu's bag, purple, and who has curly hair? That is, who has curly hair, you can see, Pavan. Right. Next slide, please. So this is how reading activity, this is one jhalak, you can say, one glimpse I have given. You can have many more such activities. Now, since you have listened to so many things, listening skills are developed. Yeah, scanning for important points, that will come when I'm asking you prediction questions. Here, this is just in the primary level. If I have to take it to an upper level, I start asking prediction questions like, do you think that all the 3 of them went to the same school? This is a prediction question. Then they can find out things that they can read between the lines. I hope you all know what is reading between the lines and jumping to a conclusion or coming to an inference. Those are inference based. Now that the level is going to increase. So that is the extended part of reading activity. Now we come to the writing activity. This is the last activity that we are going to have today, is the writing activity. Plan, draft, evaluate, edit, and communicate. That is what I have written in the slide. Here you can see that you have to plan first what you have to write, what you need to write. Every teacher is a very, very good writer if you start writing your diaries every day, which we call as the diary entry. If you actually enter your diaries every day, you are going to become really good writers. This is the most creative skill of all language skills. You need accuracy of language here. Again, that can be easily developed. So try doing diary writing, whatever you have done today. If you write it down in short sentences, you are going to improve upon it. And may I please warn you that in writing skill, your grammar needs to be accurate. For writing, you need to use some formal English while writing. You just cannot say, what's up, dude? How's life going on? This is not writing English that you can talk. So plan first what you need to write and make a draft. After you have written the draft, you read it yourself first. Evaluate it. After you have completed reading, you give some other person to read, those who knows better than you. You ask him to make some corrections in that. Then you edit the whole thing and then you present. This is writing communication. So let's come to writing English. Kalpana ma'am, I was wondering whether we have time for the activities, or I should just introduce the activities to the student.
No, ma'am. We have time. We will take the same activity as we decided it.
Okay, fine. So go to the next slide, please. Now here I have some writing activities for you, and if possible, you can do it in groups. If possible, now you are in single.
So I am going to create 4 rooms for the participants.
Okay.
4 rooms for the participants, and
Okay.
they'll do each activity in each group. Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. So
Okay.
please do those groups. Make those groups.
Yes.
See the wonders of technology, that we can have group activity even online while having a webinar.
Okay, now I am going to open these rooms. Okay, so participants have to just click on that join, and they'll join in one group. They'll discuss the same activity in the group, and then they'll come after 4 to 5 minutes. Okay.
So how will we show them the questions, Kalpana ma'am? Because every group will have a single question. Shall I
Yes,
give
so
them the
slide is visible to all of you. Just tell them that room number 1 have that the first activity, room number 2 have the second activity likewise.
Okay. So I'm coming to room number 1, group number 1. No, I am first going to break out room number 1. This is your activity.
गेलं तो host has unmuted all.
उससे कौन होता है?
Waiting to join. Teacher.
सपुरी दिया
सगळ्यांची तोंड यायला तो आता गॅलेक्सी J6 आता हा वेगळा नंबर आला मम्मीचं पण येऊन गेला त्याच्यावर तयार केले बघा आणि रायटिंग ऍक्टिव्हिटी मी तुला सांगते माझं नेट चाललंय अहो चालले असं युनिव्हर्सिटीला पण दिसतंय डिस्कनेक्ट केलेलं काय नाही ना
No instructions have been given to our group yet. Hello.
So that slide is visible to all of you. Hello, I am Kalpana.
Hello. Yes, ma'am.
The slide is visible to all of you.
No.
Wait.
We cannot see the slide.
Yeah, we cannot see any slide on
now,
room number 3.
Yes, the slide is visible.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is the activity.
Yes, we can see
look
it.
at the given picture in the next slide and write a paragraph. And this is the picture. Okay? Just take a screenshot of this picture, please. Take a screenshot, please.
Example for first group,
Hello,
the
I am
activity
Kalpana.
was related with the
How
term
many of
my
you-
garden.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
So, do you know which activity which have to be conducted by you?
Can we unmute, ma'am? Yes.
Yes. So, so this is this fourth one activity you have to conduct. Okay, this one. Think about the following words. Write 5 to 6 sentences using the given words.
Ma'am.
So this
Hello.
activity is for breakout room 4.
Ma'am,
Yes, Adoni sir.
Can you speak a bit loudly?
Is this slide is visible to you?
Yes, now it is visible.
Okay. So last activity, think about think about the following words and write 5 to 6 sentences. This activity you have to just take, okay, for the discussion.
okay, ma'am.
For this group. Understood?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So 5 minutes for the discussion only. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Kalpana,
Yes.
please show the slide again and explain the activity.
Which one?
Group number 3.
Group number
Number
3.
three.
So your activity is to look at the given picture in the next slide and write a paragraph. Okay. And this is the picture. Wait. Look at the picture.
Yes.
Yes. And write some sentences or whatever
Okay.
you feel. Okay. So please take a screenshot of this picture. Fine. Understood? Did you get my point?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
So, do you know which activity you have to just take for the discussion?
The acrostic.
Acrostic activity, yes. This is the activity, okay?
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello.
So this is the activity for your group. So please take a screenshot, okay?
Yes, we have.
Okay. So 5 minutes only for the discussion.
We
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 5 minutes, last 5 minutes for the activity. Hello.
काय कळलं मला. नको किती दिसतात. मला काय कळलं झालं बाई.
Hello. So do you know which activity which activity you have to take? Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Do you know
Huh?
which activity you have to take?
Yes, I. Hello.
Yes.
I am completed the passage on my garden.
Okay. Good. Good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Can I read my passage?
No, no, sir, not now. Okay, I am going to just merge the whole meeting and then you will do the same. Okay, fine.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I haven't completed because one slide was remaining. I am not able to connect to the host.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one slide remaining and the activities had to come to an end, but then I'm not able to connect to the host. So, and I think we have 9 minutes.
Hello, Shubhra ma'am. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are.
Okay, now they actually I think they all have done that activity. Okay, just
Okay.
see.
Still,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I am on the page that activity. Okay, please start again. Now all have completed their activities. 4
Okay,
activities. I explained that activities. Now just
Okay.
tell them what to do. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
Okay.
the last before last this slide I think.
Yes.
Okay,
Last but
fine.
one slide. Yeah. So this is the writing activity that was given. The frame short sentences of my garden. I don't think I need to tell you all teachers. So I don't need to tell you the answer to this. You have to encourage your students to make frame short sentences as possible. This is a flower. This is a rose. Red. This is a fence. Many trees. Fountain. All these things give to the then think about these words: school, teachers, students, books, notebooks, stationery, research. This also can be done in the class. In 5th class, this activity is very commonly done and all the children enjoy this activity. We start with first question: what you can see in the classroom. Then the students start telling us tube light, desk, benches, board, rubber, chalk, duster. And then we ask them to frame sentences. One child will frame one sentence. Then all those can you hear me? Now can
Yes,
you hear?
ma'am.
Now
Yes.
Yes.
the next slide, please. The next slide gives you a picture. Now there's a picture of a garden that I have posted. You can show them any picture. You can show any picture in the class from their textbook, from your own resources, and tell them to find 5 things that you see in this picture. Once they have written those 5 things that they have seen in the picture, they can very easily frame sentences with your help. I have always been telling this to all the teachers, that teachers, you may have so many problems, so many challenges in your class, but let me remind you that you are the only authentic resource for your students, those who want to learn. So you have to be upgraded, uplifted up to the mark. This was the last slide. Let's go to the last slide, Kalpana ma'am, the absolutely last slide that we are into.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 minute, ma'am.
This is the last slide. Now, one webinar or 5 webinar or webinar series you may not find enough. So you need something on your own that you can go to and find out the answers to. So these are the guidelines for developing language skills. You can have a picture of this, click a picture of this and keep it with yourself. So that if you want to go for listening lab, there's a listening lab at http://www.eslab.com. If you go there, you can listen to good English. If you can connect to these, all these, if you go to books to improve your vocabulary, Oxford University Press. But I feel that every teacher should have his or her own dictionary. Every day you find 5 new words, find their meanings in English, in your mother tongue, their pronunciation, and their word class also, whether it's a noun, whether it's a verb, whether it's a pronoun. If you have your own dictionary, I think that you can do your best in listening, speaking, and you can also inspire your students to do the same. So this is all from my side now. I think that you all have enjoyed. I have enjoyed your company a lot, although online. And I must say that you have been very, very patient listeners. You might have had a lot of things to ask also. So I think that if Kalpana ma'am permits you to, you can ask. Some questions I can answer, some questions I won't be able to answer online. Do keep my phone number, keep calling me, keep troubling me. If you want to listen to English, if you want to practice English, you can always call me and get in contact. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for all your cooperation in today's webinar. It was a wonderful experience for me. And I would like to thank Diet Chandrapur and Kalpana ma'am personally for giving me this opportunity to conduct this webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. And it's my pleasure, actually. It's my first attempt, and I am sure it's your also first attempt to attend the webinar. And thank you very much, participants, that really your patience. At first, more than 100 people joined the meeting, and when they rejoined, only 76 participants are listening. It means they are really eager to learn more.
Yes,
So thank
yes,
you
right.
very much. So I would like to request all the participants, if you have any queries, you can ask that questions on the chat, write on the chat box, or I'm going to unmute you. Just raise your hands. Then I'll unmute to that person or that teacher. Then you can ask your question to straight to the Shubhra ma'am. Okay? Yes. You can write your question in the chat box as well. Yes. Wait a minute. Wait. Who raised their hands? Yes, I am going to unmute Vivo Y2IL. I don't know his name.
Name.
Please, sir. Please, sir, ask your question. Yes. Vivo. Yes. Okay, I don't know what's the problem. Yes, I am going to unmute Vijay, sir. So, yes, sir, you can ask your question.
Ma'am, I just want to ask about the post-listening activities. because up to my knowledge, I understood the pre-listening activities and while listening activities. Just
Yes.
throw some light on post-listening activities.
Post listening activities is when you reproduce, when you listen, and when you are writing the words. That is while listening activity. And after that, after you have listened to the song, you put the song off. You don't play it again. And then what you do, you ask a few questions from that song. If I ask you how many times did I speak the word grandfather or old? Or what was the relation between the clock and the grandfather? Or how old was the clock? When I start asking questions, that is post listening activity. Once you have listened, you write it down, or you may also give them words to write for spellings. That is also a post listening activity. Okay. So the asking questions from the poem itself, from whatever they have listened, don't allow the song to play again. Put the song off, let them recall, and then write. That will be their post listening activity.
Yes. Another question. Vivo, I don't know his name or her name. Vivo, he raised his hand. Yes, Neetu ma'am. And I'm going to unmute yourself first. Fine. Yes, Neetu, please.